tell me something. What are some mistakes? We talked about the benefits and all mistakes brands make while thinking through loyalty program.
So the first is they look at loyalty program is separate from the business, right? So they this think if I do a loyalty program, it will do something for my business, right? That is the first. So that's the first warning signal that a loyalty program, like I said, can only amplify it. You don't start a loyalty program tomorrow and say because I have a loyalty program, I'll have benefits, right?
So should they be look at like a P&L?
As a business P&L, not as a loyalty program P&L.
Okay.
You have to look at it as a, see, for example.
And I think so what you also mentioned is Amazon Prime as a great example. There's a shareholder letter written on this one, which is a
Correct.
very good read.
Correct.
And then you mentioned the book. So
Correct.
it is a very patiently, passionately created.
Correct. See, so I'll tell you, and this is a learning for me. When I started Landmark Rewards, right, or rather built Landmark Rewards, somewhere it got into a thing where they said it became very metrics about what the program is delivering, right? While in hindsight, I can say a lot of stuff that we did. The first 1-2 years, I also did a lot of mistakes, right? Suddenly, it looked like I was a P&L head, right? So I was more worried about trying to figure out how the program is actually running and am I making money for the company, right? And it was not just a lack of understanding from my side. It was possibly multiple impulses coming my way, or triggers coming my way, which I, in my mind, construed that I had to make money out of the program. And what it meant is, how do I actually spend money? Where should I spend money? Should I do partnerships? Should I earn through partners to say that, this is what we will do? Co-branded card, what is the type of money we are getting out of acquiring customers for the co-branded card? So we used to get a thing from earlier StanChart and then with SBI. But that is that's what typically a coalition program does. They are running a business of, while they're supporting, they want to
monetize it too quickly.
Monetize it quickly. Whereas if you're a brand loyalty program or a group loyalty program, your reason for existing is the brand or the group's business. You exist for them and not the other way, right? So that's the first differentiation between these three things, right?
Which is the second issue which happens?
The second issue in a group program is one of, again, in a group, multiple businesses have
different
multiple
objectives.
Customer personas, objectives, shopping missions, and etc., right? Different margin structures and all that. So there is always this thing, what am I getting in it, right? So because many CEOs perceive they lose control when it goes into a group program, right? Which is a challenge on any group program, right? So there is always this thing, if I'm running a program within my remit, I know it's all money is being spent for my customers and my business. Whereas if it is going to a group program, what is going to happen about that, right? This was a challenge till 10 years back. Now a concept of loyalty bank has come in. So where if their points are not spent by some other brand, then almost 90% of the money comes back to the brand. So to an extent, that problem has been solved. Earlier, this was a big issue, right? Yeah. The other thing is tiering is a huge issue in groups, right? Because you take the example of Landmark, a furniture thing. So we had a thing called if you buy for 75,000 rupees annually or 12-month rolling, you become platinum. You buy a sofa for 1 lakh, you become platinum, right? Which is already at a discount of 30%. If you bought it at 1 lakh, you become a platinum customer.
Yeah.
Whereas a max customer who typically buys for 1,500, 2,000 or average bill value, even if they do 20, which is like their absolute most valuable customer segment, would never qualify for that tier, right? So you have to be a little mindful of. So that is where I thought, and then we, in some sense, my boss asked me to travel abroad and learn something and come back. And I actually, one of the things that I learned was Gap, for example. So Gap has
5-6 Old Navy.
Yeah, so there is Gap, there is Old Navy, there is Athleta, there is Banana Republic. Now each of them, if you go to Banana Republic, they have a Banana Republic program. There's a Gap program, Old Navy, Navy Store, whatever, and then you have this Athleta, right? In the back end, it's all one reward, which is they call it Gap reward. But when you go in, they are going with the brand name, right? Now, this is the other part, which is the group program.
How to brand it?
How do you brand it? See, in some Tata's, for example, the brand itself is so overpowering as a group. By having that Tata name coming in, it is helping not only your brand, but also your program, for example, right? Because the brand by nature says trust or whatever, right? Reliance, to an extent, it also has a great brand recall type of stuff. Landmark, on the other hand, people didn't know it.
Yeah, people knew lifestyle. They don't
People know
Landmark.
lifestyle, Max, Home Center. And so when we initially tried to do Landmark rewards, what we realized that and building a brand in India, given our thing, is a huge cost, right?
Yeah. If you see Tata Neo had to sponsor IPL, like it's a huge, I'm sure 1,000 crore plus must have been spent
Correct.
onto it.
And so one of
Whatever
the
we say, I'd say it's one of the biggest coalition loyalty, the group loyalty program being
Correct.
done.
Now, the point is, what value are they getting? I don't have the answers to
Yeah.
that. But my thing is, my learning is, you don't spend too much money on building a loyalty program
Ka
brand. If you're not a coalition where you're running a business, where
Yeah.
loyalty program is a business, you build that.
Yeah, like what I Mint or Payback did, they were building.
Correct. Or
this
Nectar for that
Nectar,
matter,
yeah.
right? But if you are a brand program or a group program, right? If you're a brand program, the brand is what it is, right? It is BlackBerry's points or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
it is type of stuff. If you're a group program, you're better off spending the money on building your
Base
individual brands
Yeah.
and calling it and using the group program to understand the customers across the group, incentivizing
Yeah,
them
so the
better.
third mistake which you are saying is basically the how to brand or like how much money you throw just building the brand.
Correct.
Yeah, and tiering, the point on tiering, like Tata Group, I am a big loyalist. Tanishq has a great tiering. Maharaja Club Maharaja has a very good tiering. But somewhat, I think so. I spend almost like 2-3 lakh rupees in that ecosystem. I don't buy jewelry, so start spending, then it'll go very high. But the tiering in Neo, like I am a legend member. You know what do I get as a legend member? Some 200 rupees 1 mg membership, which is available for $100.
Correct.
So, do I really feel valued? You calling me a legend, and what's the experience you're giving?
Correct.
So maybe it's the economics which ends up doing,
Correct.
but that is where companies have to crack it. I'm sure Tata has the right customer experience and centricity mindset to drive it.
Yeah, but see, so they have Titan Encircle.
Yeah.
That is part of the program. They have this Taj
Inner circle.
reward. That's also part of this program. So my way of looking at it is, okay, Tata has got a brand name, right? So as a part of a holistic thing, where say they built it as this whole super app or whatever it is, Tata Neo, and
Neo,
then
huh.
on that they're trying to do this. But from a loyalty perspective, when you're going to a hotel, right, Taj is a brand name in its own right. I mean, many people don't know Taj is part of Tata's,
Yeah.
right? They know Taj as a thing.
Yeah, because Taj was built with that. Yeah.
Correct. So, so Taj rewards, if I'm a frequent visitor to Taj, the Taj rewards is what connects with me.
Yeah.
Right?
But I'll tell you the other side. I go to Taj once in 2 years. But what I saw is for one of the trips, I spent maybe 25,000. I got about 1,500, 10,000 points, which I used it in Big Basket. So multiple infrequent purchaser or brands, when they come together, the points can help you get that recognition.
I'm totally, I'm totally.
But the experience, will you hit the experience thing is the question.
No, so that the point I'm saying is, what you exactly said is, I get Big Basket, there is some, whatever you earn through it, Taj you earn through it, you earn through Tanishq. And the fact that you can, at cross-functional purposes, depending on how the group wants to play it, you are able to use it and do the brand penetration for a customer is great. But do you need an overarching brand on top of it is the question I'm asking.
Yeah. Do you want to spend in building the
The loyalty
IPL
brand
on,
or what? Do you need it? That's the question, right?
Yeah.
See, for example, you look at Shukran, right?
Yeah.
Now, Shukran they've invested the money, they built Shukran as a brand, right? But if you look at Landmark Group has got almost 18 to 20 formats. Each of them are big brands in their own right, right? Now they've invested money called Shukran, so which is okay. They also have Shukran app or whatever. But for me, the biggest learning, and I think I'm very fortunate to have that learning, is that when you build a brand, building brand is a very, very costly affair.
Yeah.
If you can, if the brand is strong, if you can work on the brand's back, you're far better off than trying to create a separate
parallel
thing for
brand
us.
for it. Yeah.
See, BlackBerry's also, when we did, they used to call it Firebird points, right? तो अभी हमने सिंप्लीफाई कर उसको बोला ब्लैकबेरीज पॉइंट ही कहते हैं, बिकॉज ईजी है लोगों को याद करना, राइट? नहीं तो हर एक को ट्रेन करो फायरबर्ड पॉइंट्स बोलो कर.
So